Hello, this is Saurabh Pol, and this is Pokeball, uh, 12th May 2019, 5:11 p.m. I'm at home. Finally, I've got some time to take out. I'm extremely apologetic to all my listeners, all my viewers, and extremely caught up in work. Extremely working weekends, coming home after midnight, extremely caught up. Not easy at all. Very busy, but it's fine. As long as you're back home fit and fine, everything's great. Finally got some mental space. It's hot out here, so busy, so many things have happened in the past, I don't know, last 1 month. So many things. If you're a Manchester United fan and a Game of Thrones fan, it has been absolutely horrific, like a nightmare in a way, because nothing has gone right as a United fan and as a Game of Thrones fan. Horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Of course, there was Avengers Endgame, which happened. The elections, Indian general elections, are going on, and I have kept in touch with each and everything, so that of course you can listen to Polkeball on all of them. So straight up, I'm gonna start talking about Avengers Endgame because that is like something which I have the least amount to talk about because I firstly believe Avengers Endgame was primed for disappointment because nothing could have made the Marvel fan base happy. That is one. But I didn't have much expectation because I know, from experience that finales aren't exactly the easiest ones to land. So it's like season finales are like landing a plane, right? And these guys, I mean, it's a crazy fan base, right? Like just recently, they crossed over $2 billion in earnings, and they have crossed Titanic in terms of earning. They have to beat Avatar now, which I believe they will. The problem with Avengers Endgame in my so okay, let me tell you what I felt about that movie. I was disappointed. Like I had low expectations, but I was still disappointed. My problem with Avengers Endgame was that it didn't feel like a superhero movie. You get what I'm saying? There was very little superhero feeling about it. Okay, I'll give you an example. In Infinity War, which was a miles better movie than whatever this was, in Infinity War, when Thanos arrived, when he said, run from it, dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives, and he just fucking enters the screen, you're scared. I was scared. I was like, oh my god, what is he going to do? This bad, bad, bad man, what is he going to do? You know? And there was this whole feeling about the Avengers being heroic, sometimes succeeding, oftentimes failing in Infinity War. And in Endgame, it was like a midlife crisis for a superhero. That's what I felt about that movie. You know? So I won't edit much of this audio. Actually, I'm smoking right now. So what really what यार क्या था वो टाइम ट्रैवल क्या कर रहे हो तुम यू आर डूइंग टाइम ट्रैवल ऑनेस्टली दैट्स व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू टाइम ट्रैवल you converted the entire conclusion of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, starting right from Iron Man 10 years ago, into a time travel movie. What the hell was that? I was like, kya chal raha hai? Okay, there were some scenes which were good, all right. The best scene in the movie for me has to be from Scarlett Johansson scene, Black Widow. Of course, there are spoilers in this. Don't crib, all right. Please, it's been a long time. If you haven't watched the movie yet, there's something wrong with you. Um, Black Widow sacrificing herself instead of Hawkeye, I didn't see that coming. I thought Hawkeye would go for it because he anyway had turned into a bad person going around killing people, extrajudicial killings of his encounter cop he had become, and he had to atone for his sins. So I thought it would be perfect if he died. Whereas Natasha, who hadn't really done evil stuff, at least not after joining the Avengers, she is the one who sacrifices herself. But then you later on remember that she has too much blood. In her previous job as a Russian assassin, she's done stuff which she's not proud of, and she's done something which she's done something more heroic than all other superheroes. She literally sacrificed herself. You know, she did that. She did that. The only person I think who sacrificed more was, of course, Tony Stark right at the end, where he also sacrificed himself. Where I think he knew if he enters, he goes back into the vortex. he goes back into the whole fight Thanos thingy, I'm sure he knew he would die. There was a feeling. And I think even before joining, even before coming up with the right model for the time machine, I feel Tony Stark knew that if he goes back, he's gonna die, and he was fine with it. I think he was tired. I think he was tired. He was just like, यार ये बहुत हो गया, 10 साल हो गया मैं झगड़ा कर रहा हूँ, बहुत हो गया. I need to go. I need to die. I think he missed his father. I think he met his father in the one of the times when he goes back in time. And a nice touch was Jarvis being the personal assistant of Howard Stark. That's Tony's father. In this movie, Thanos did not feel scary at all for some reason. Nebula seemed like a teenager, and Gamora also seemed like a teenager. Maybe they are teenagers, but I couldn't see any maturity in their characters. We also have Ant-Man returns in this movie. I liked him. Paul Rudd, good actor, perfect casting for Ant-Man. But overall, I was disappointed with the Endgame, sorry. And there are a lot of loopholes, a lot of plot points. Like, I don't know. Even Hulk had lost his powers. If you look at the movie, Hulk was not Hulk. Thor wasn't Thor. Like, he was literally fat and crying for his mom. Is this what you want to show your audience? Is this what you want to show your fans? 10 years of build up so that Thor becomes fat and Hulk cannot get it up. It was literally that. Like, Hulk did not have the desire to go full Hulk. And Thor was fat. Black Widow was moping the entire time. Hawkeye was weird as usual, having his teenage emo phase where he gets a new haircut and does things just to, quell the demons within him. Maybe he must be listening to punk rock while he was at it. Not happy with Endgame. Not happy. But alright, at least it finished. I wish Stan Lee were alive to see the ending. I wish. Sad actually. But anyway, glad that movie is out of the way. I had to see it around midnight in Navi Mumbai because the tickets were too expensive. And if I had to wait until the ticket prices went down, I would get a lot of spoilers. Anyway, I think almost everyone knew that Iron Man would die, Tony Stark would die. And he did. Captain Marvel thankfully didn't have too much screen time, which is another problem I had. Screen time for characters. Of course, considering they were dead or vaporized by Thanos for most of the movie, we didn't see much of many of the characters. But really, only the last 15 minutes was when we saw Black Panther, the whole African Wakanda fighting force. We just saw them for 15-20 minutes. It was garbage. I expected more. I'm pretty sure they didn't plan it well. I really wanted to see more of Black Panther, a little bit more of Bucky, although he's practically useless with his guns and his iron arm. Spider-Man, whatever little time Tom Holland's character had, I think he did a good job. I think he did a very good job. It was fun. I don't like Captain Marvel, and I was happy she didn't get too much screen time. Really happy. Who else? Scarlet Witch should have had more screen time. What the hell is happening? Anyway, that being said, I think I'll watch Infinity War one more time. I will pretend Infinity War was the final movie. I'm definitely gonna go on. I think it's on Amazon Prime if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna go on Amazon Prime Video and I'm gonna watch Infinity War again on a big screen in my house with the home theater system with a glass of whiskey so that I can actually enjoy what the Avengers was actually about. Fantastic movie. Infinity War. Endgame, not so much. I'm sorry, like, you literally made some of the characters impotent, okay, and whining around like kids looking for their parents after a play school meetup, which is what Tony Stark was, and so was Thor. I mean, Thor Ragnarok was more exciting than Avengers Endgame. That's all I have to say. I don't know about you guys. Please put it in the comment section what you feel. This was Pokeball on Avengers Endgame.